Welcome to Homework Lib.
Okay, so for problem number 14, we are asked the same thing from 12 and 13 to classify the polygon by the given vertices and find the perimeter and area. So the first thing that we need to do is graph our points x, y, and z. X is 2, 1, y is 5, 3, and z is 7, 1. So when we connect all three of those, we can see that we do have a horizontal base, so that is going to make our job a little easier. So when we find the perimeter, though, we do need to know all three sides. Well, xz, like I said, is horizontal, so all we have to do to find the measurement of xz is count. So when you count those bottom square units, you should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So xz is 5. Okay. So now, and I will write that in our graph. Now we need to find what x, y, and yz are. Now we're not exactly sure what kind of triangle this is, so we're just going to put triangle. I'm going to abbreviate. Because that was the first part, it needed for us to classify the polygon with the given vertices. But we don't know if this is well, it's not an equilateral triangle. We can look at that and tell. But we don't know if this is a scalene triangle or an isosceles triangle. So let's do the distance formula for x, y, and yz to find those two missing sides. So our distance formula, once again, is d equals the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to do xy and just substitute my points in. So I'm going to let x be 0.1, y be 0.2. So that will be 2 minus 5 squared plus 1 minus 3 squared. And when you put that in your calculator, you will get that the measurement of xy is 3.61. Now we need to find the measurement of yz. Same exact step, so we're going to take yz, and those are my 2 points, 5, 3, 7, 1. I'm going to let y be 0.2, y be 0.1, z be 0.2. So that is the square root of 5 minus 7 squared plus 3 minus 1 squared. When you plug that into your calculator, you will get the measurement of yz is 2.83. So we can see that this is not an isosceles triangle. This is a scalene triangle. So I'm just going to abbreviate that. Scalene triangle. And that is the first part of our answer. But now all we have to do is add all three sides together to find our perimeter. So that's going to be P equals 3.16 plus 2.83 plus 5. So our perimeter is equal to 11.44. And I'll actually box that in green just to denote that this is our second answer. Now we need to find the area. If you remember from the figure, our base of 5 is actually a horizontal line, so that makes our job of finding our height for our area a lot easier. Now, of course, you could use that trick that we did for number 13 to draw a rectangle around our shape, and then that will, whoops, and then that will help us find the area of our scalene triangle. But in this case, again, area of a triangle is just 1/2 the base times height. And if we can find the height easy enough, that's the route that we should go. So I'm going to show our height in blue. And you can see it's just those two square units. So in this case, our base is 5 and our height is 2. All we have to do is substitute those two in for our area, and that would be 1/2 5 times 2, and that will give us an area of 5 square units. So we identified the polygon as a scalene triangle. The perimeter is 11.44 and the area is 5. And we are finished.